I'd move that we exit the executive session.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Mr. Chair, on case number 201-80272, I would move that we forgive the current balance and move forward with
The release of liens.
the release of lien and authorize signature when available.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. The next item of business that I have are two applications that have been submitted. The first one is case number 2024-0018. It's an application for cremation expenses through Manning Wheatley Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The applicant or the deceased is a 53-year-old female. She is a Bannock County resident, was not a veteran. With all of the information that I was able to obtain, it does appear that they meet criteria to be eligible for assistance through the indigent program, and there is no responsible party available for repayment of this request at this time. The second case that I have is case number 2024-0019. It's an application for cremation expenses through Cornelison Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The deceased was a 57-year-old male, Bannock County resident, was not a veteran. Does appear to meet criteria to be eligible for assistance, and there is no responsible party available for repayment of this request.
Mr. Chair, on case 2024-0018 and 19, I would move that we approve as presented.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You need to sign on that one, John.
Nope.
There's two spots on it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Shanda's not here this morning, but I've got her.
oh, you got her stuff?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All right, so Brandon Clayson, Chief of Staff, presenting for Shanda this morning. She had a prior commitment, she couldn't get here. I've got a contract for county guardrails through Railco LLC. She said this would be a pretty straightforward one, which is probably the only reason she trusted me to present on it for her. It's been approved by Alan and legal already. It's been signed by the contractor, so she's just requesting to have you guys review and sign. This is one that she's been working on with Buddy for quite some time.
Yeah, we've had a few conversations. Questions?
No, I've been through this one, so.
Motion?
Mr. Chair, I would move that we approve the contract with Railco LLC for the county guardrails.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, thank you. I'll jump into mine. Just an HR update for everybody. We have continued to run pretty smooth, I think, with just Josh in the office, with minimal oversight, just checking in on him when he does need assistance. The HR director position was posted last week. We've got about 16 applicants thus far. Have you seen any of those? I'll see if I can't get that pushed over to you, and Jason, you guys can review that as well. These guys just got them yesterday. I just printed them all off in a stack, and I'll make sure we get that shared with you guys. But there's been 16 applicants, 16 or 17. They're coming in pretty steadily, but I'll get them pushed out. You guys can review them, and as far as that goes, it doesn't seem like there's a lack of interest in the job, but we'll keep monitoring that as a group. Josh and Christy have had some conversations on top of his and mine about calendars, sounds like, with regarding orientations, especially for when Josh is out, or if something comes up and Josh just can't be here. We're moving well in that direction. I think that we've talked to IT. Adam has initiated a calendar. I think everybody's got access now. Have you guys been able to get on that, or have you checked?
Let me check with payroll and see if they have. I got the invite, but I haven't looked yet.
Okay. Well, and if not, we'll work through that this week. It should be pretty good. I think Adam said he thought it'd be good to go, but if not, let me know and we'll get you squared away. And then we continue to get our claims in. Christie's saved the day again and brought me a claim this morning to sign that Ryan typically would have done. I think that we're in a pretty good spot considering the situation that we're in, but as far as challenges that have arisen. I think that nothing personnel-wise or anything worse than that has happened. We've seemed to just kind of roll along. But any questions you guys have?
I went and I grabbed Josh and had him come down, and I met with him and Christy and the girls in payroll and talked about where he thought they could help, especially when he's gone, and kind of streamlining some of the processes that have been pitfalls to this point for the last little bit. And he was on board and happy. I don't know if you've heard anything different, but
He's
I think
gotten us links and set up to cover Applicant Pro
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
of that.
so.
No, he seems to have
Positive.
appreciated the conversation
Yeah,
too.
positive movement forward, so.
One other thing too, he's tried working on that daily kind of itinerary with what his tasks are. I know we haven't gotten that to you yet, but it was such a concept to him because he's like, everything's just, it changes daily, right? So he's waiting to get that to us. We should have that in the next couple days. So I'll share that with Christy as well, and we can make sure that we're, like Jason said, streamlining payroll and getting everybody taken care of there. So that's primary update.
I went up and had a conversation with Jason, and then in the past, we've had some conversations about where this should land and stuff. And I would really like to put it under the clerk. Have that conversation if we need to have more, but especially in our conversation with Jason, my conversation is that he can go have a conversation with somebody instead of having to have a meeting and drag everything out 2 to 3 weeks just because we gotta have an open meeting or whatever. So concerns, questions, comments?
I think that's a great idea for that exact reason, and it helps align that, so I have no problem with that whatsoever.
And nothing would change other than when there's issues, I don't have to have a meeting to just go and chat with HR and have a powwow.
quicker.
Hey, let's do this right now. Let's nip this in the bud right now. And it's a blessing and a curse of the commission to have open meetings, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's been a
as we,
huge frustration.
as we look at applications and stuff in the direction we want to go, it would flow under you.
Yeah,
And I would like a member
I would
of the
too.
commission to be on that board that interviews and stuff, just
Yep, I agree.
because we're going to work close together. So I'd like that to happen too. And then the insurance end of it and stuff, we've already talked some about that and how that could be divvied up or changed a little bit instead of being under the director.
Yeah,
So
there's options. And when we talked to Josh about some of the different things that way too, just thinking forward into the future, one way or another, no matter where it lands. But there's definitely some ways that we can streamline that position and make it a little easier on the director and, yeah, just make processes flow a little better.
And I think that as we go forward and hire the director, then we let the county all know kind of how it flows under you and stuff, instead of putting it out ahead of time and stuff until we make sure that the process is where we want it to be.
Right.
No, I'm good with that. I have no heartburn.
Yeah, I think it sounds like it's going to be a lot more efficient, so.
Okay?
If it makes our customer service better, then so let it be written, so
Yeah.
let it be done.
Yeah.
So we're done, we can just decide that now and move on, or?
Well, and really, the biggest thing will be that person knowing, and then we'll restructure it in the budget somehow, and that'll be that.
It's in its own department, we can move it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right, it's
Yeah.
the same, we changed that last year,
That's
so,
all change.
yeah.
Do you want to have a conversation with Josh to kind of let him know what you guys were there deciding here, or did you want me to have that conversation with him? Or do you have time to do it? I can let him do it if you need
Yeah,
me to.
I can have that conversation, and even at that, yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
It doesn't need to be a a huge dramatic issue.
No,
It's
just so he's on the same page.
Yep, I got you.
Yep, perfect.
I would like it in the form of a motion though, just so that it's on the record that way. And if anybody comes back and says, well, how'd that happen? So,
Mr. Chair, I would move that we realign or reposition the HR department to be under the clerk's purview as discussed.
we have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.
I feel like we did progress there.
That was a big step forward.
It doesn't always happen. All right. Next, we have resolutions. First resolution is 2024-21, and this is a resolution that we had on the tax cancellation request. Then we have 2024-22, and that's order of reallocating funds. And these funds were the ones for the equipment for adult probation. And then the other one here is not a resolution yet. This is reallocating funds for Scott.
No, the only one you should have is adult probation.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, but
Yeah.
that one was kind of in the same packet.
Oh,
there.
that attaches to the,
Resolution? No, this one's different.
Yeah, that's.
They're separate resolutions.
yeah, this one's already been done. I don't know why you have this.
Maybe I,
Because the adult probation one, I just emailed Nancy, I didn't do that little memo.
That one was attached to a resolution. I think that's how it got in the packet, but
Okay.
I don't know. If it doesn't need signed, then we can continue without it.
But it doesn't have any place to sign, and that's why.
Yeah. I thought that was strange.
I knew I could get an answer when we got here, though.
Mr. Chair, I would move that we approve resolution 2024-21 and 22.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And that is on the agenda, review allocation request for a full-time position to part-time positions. And that's what this one is.
That's because Braden did the agenda.
It was a stab in the dark, and it was left for me that way,
Well, we
so
talked about it with Scott.
I'm glad that Christie loves throwing me under the bus, though. That's awesome.
You said it, I just said it out loud.
Everything was great until that point, okay?
All right.
Nancy will double check to see if that resolution's been
I'll get her a
done.
shirt that says, "I'm the bus driver."
Yeah, please.
Under the consent agenda, we have minutes from March 12th and 14th. We also have some salary rate approval forms, but I want to talk about the salary rate approval forms a little bit.
Do we need an executive session for one of those?
Probably.
Well, let's approve the minutes and get that stuff out of the way then. And Mr. Chair, I'd move that we approve the minutes from March 12th and March 14th as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye. And then, was that it for the consent agenda, other than the,
Salary rate approval forms.
okay.
There's a section.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'd move that we enter into executive session under Idaho Code 74-2061 A and B for personnel matters.